Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news by geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat. We share our opinions. I'm your host, Chuck. And with me, we got Randy. Say what's up to people, Randy.
What's going on, GeekBeast?
Randy, the first story we're going to talk about, your man Denzel's back in the news again.
Oh, what Denzel do?
Denzel saying, hey, let y'all know Black Panther 3's coming along, and I'm starring in that motherfucker. That's
Did he
basically what
say
he's saying.
star in it or he's going to be in it?
When is Denzel not the star, Randy?
Denzel actually hasn't been the star.
When has he never? He was the star in Glory. He
He,
was like
he
the sixth actor down the
right. He
chain.
just takes the lead. That's just what Denzel
Like
do.
I said, when has Denzel not been the
So
star of a
it's
movie?
funny. I guess he's doing press promotions for Gladiator 2. And it was
Uh-huh.
doing it on some radio show. There's this young girl on there. And she was like, it's probably been a while since you've auditioned for a role. Man, the look he gave her. Denzel was like, I ain't auditioned for a damn role in 40 years. What are you talking about?
I'm Denzel.
He was like, I'm Denzel Dale Washington. He and so he started doing the math. I think he said he was like, I haven't auditioned for a role. He was like, since Glory, since I got not one Academy Award since Glory.
Yeah, exactly. Like he said, I played Othello when I was 22.
Yeah,
Guess what? I'm about to play Othello. I'm 70.
yeah, yeah. That's Denzel, man. Denzel.
I'm
Y'all
talking
should.
to Steve McQueen about the movie. That's
Yeah,
just what I'm doing now. And let y'all know, I'm gonna be starring in Black Panther 3.
he
Y'all
did.
welcome.
He didn't say I'm going to be star. He said I'm talking with Ryan
He's
about
a
it.
he's a Ryan Coogler is writing a part for me in
Yeah.
the next Black Panther. I'm the star of Black Panther 3. That's basically what he's saying. I don't understand how you don't read between these lines, Randy. Honestly,
Say
like I
that,
said, when has Denzel not been the star?
man.
And he said Ryan Coogler's writing me into the story. Marvel ain't even thought about somebody for me. I'm beyond Marvel. Ryan Coogler's consulting me
Hey,
on how I want to play this part.
he's Denzel Washington. He's Denzel Washington,
So
man.
I'm the star. Who they gonna come see? Chadwick Boseman's dead. Michael B. Jordan's character's dead. Denzel's on the key. Ain't nobody gonna come see Vivica Fox. She dead too.
I
Who
didn't know
think, you
Vivica
think the people
Fox
gonna
was
show up?
dead.
You think people gonna show up for Shuri? No, they're gonna show up for
She's
Denzel.
not even. She's not even acting anymore.
Who?
Allegedly. Letitia Wright.
Oh, Tisha Wright's not acting anymore?
That's what I read, and I get
Well, she don't
it's
have
on
to.
Beyonce's internet, so you never know how true it is. But
Well, she may not be able to because Denzel done got the role in Black
right.
Panther 3 and she feels a certain type of way.
Denzel is not gonna be Black Panther, man.
It don't matter. Black Panther gonna change to Black Cougar or whoever Denzel going to be. Black Hyena, whoever he's gonna be. They're gonna make a new character. He's gonna show up as
Yeah,
Magnegro
right.
in Black
Hey,
Panther 3.
any character that he wants, he can show up and be that. Yeah, it might not even be in the comics or anything because he's Denzel Washington.
He may just show up as Denzel Washington in
He
Black
might,
Panther 3
right?
and be in Wakanda.
Right. He might show up. They're like, "What's your character's name?" Denzel Washington.
Like people gonna look at Letitia Wright and like, oh, she's the top card. And they say Denzel Washington is next to her name. Nobody's gonna be like, man, I can't wait to see Letitia in this. Everybody's gonna go to the movie to see one person, Randy. It
They're
don't
going
even
to come.
matter. It don't even know. We don't even care who the next cast members are.
It's going. They're going to come to see Black Panther 3. But I mean, having Denzel will be a draw. It's no
They're gonna
doubt.
come just for Denzel. It doesn't matter who else is on the card. It don't even matter who else is on the card.
You're amped up. You're hyped. They're going to
I'm
come to
hyped
see.
for this.
They're going to
Because I
come
can
to
see
see.
Denzel play Denzel in a Marvel
Oh
movie.
man, it's
I'm
gonna
so
be
excited
great.
for this.
It's gonna be great. Denzel in Wakanda. Yeah, it's gonna be great,
Yeah,
man. Yeah. And Denzel's never played like a superhero.
exactly. They could have think of all the black actors they have right now, right? The only thing that will make is where Denzel has to share the card with. There's only one other actor he can share the card with. You know who that is?
The Rock.
No, Sam Jackson. They had Denzel, Sam Jackson, Black Panther 3. They could be them old. It could be them old. We went to the future, 50 years. We got Denzel and Black Panther as Black Panther, and we had Samuel Jackson be Killmonger.
Oh Lord.
We will watch it. We will watch the hell out of it. We would all want to see that.
Playing variants of
Yeah,
Kill.
oh, like they all got old together.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it writes itself.
Nah, but I'm for Denzel Washington being in. I'm for Denzel Washington being in anything that Denzel Washington wants to
Exactly.
be in. And if he wants to be in Black Panther 3,
If they
hey,
say, "Hey, we're gonna do a Julius Caesar," and he says, "I want to be Caesar," okay.
yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Has he played Caesar before?
Nope.
No, I would say he wouldn't play Caesar because Caesar gets killed. Or they changed the whole play. Like Caesar lives.
If he lives, they change history. 100 years from now, they'd be like, "Well, everything written says Caesar died, but Denzel played
Played it
Caesar and
so
he
Caesar
lived."
lives. They gonna rewrite the whole play.
Rewrite everything. Rewrite everything.
Like I thought Julius Caesar died. Not in the Denzel Washington
Not in
version.
the Denzel Washington. Mm-mm,
He,
mm-mm.
they tried to kill him, but they messed up, and he killed them all. He caught them all and killed them.
Yep, yep. Well, today is happy hour for y'all that didn't know. And as you can tell, I'm really excited about Denzel playing in this.
Good Lord.
Randy, what are you drinking in honor of Denzel being in Black Panther 3? Denzel
I'm just,
Washington.
I'm
Mm-mm,
just drinking some tea, man. I'm just drinking some
mm-mm.
tea. They tried to kill him, but they messed up, and he killed them all. He caught them
Oh,
all and
my
killed them
echo.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just drinking some tea.
Okay. Yeah, I'm drinking water right now. I went in there. I thought about getting pour me some whiskey for this Mike Tyson fight that's going on right now, but I'm
So
holding out.
and I'm glad Defunct put. He said Netflix is not holding up very well right now. Thank you, Defunct, because my Netflix was slow, and I was like, what's going on here?" I was doing fine for the first 90 minutes or so, but it's been super rough since then. Yep, my same thing, same thing.
Because everybody's watching the
Yeah,
fight of
everybody
the
watching it.
century.
Yeah, they watching it. They watching it.
It is the fight of the century, Randy.
Hmm.
Um, let's go to another story. Let's find another story because none of the story had me hype. I'm glad we went over that Black Panther. Who else they have in Black Panther 3? Who you think they're gonna have? Who can they
Oh,
put up there with Denzel, baby?
hey, that's a tough bill, man. That's a
That
tough.
is. Does his son come in and play with him?
God, no.
He ends up being Black Panther.
Oh God. And I mean, John David, he's all right, but
John David probably could pull it off. He's had years, Randy, to grow. He's had some years. I mean, he went from ballers by acting with a wrestler who has one note,
that was
to
good.
turn around acting against Pat Bad over here, Robert Pattinson, which he had no chance of out
Pat
acting.
ate a hole in him.
Ada Holland, Denzel and Pat Bat should act together.
Yeah, John David is absent
Pat
of
Bat
any
may get
charisma.
Denzel Washington.
Oh, well, let's not.
Yeah, as acting, he may get Denzel Washington, but Denzel's Denzel.
But ain't
He's
that's
an
what I'm saying. Ain't
icon.
nobody gonna yeah, and
He's
ain't
an
nobody gonna
icon.
take it to the level of the Denzel. I don't know if
Yeah.
Pat Back can take it to the level. Cause he ain't gonna out talk him. He ain't gonna out yell him. You know what I'm saying?
Denzel's Denzel and
Only
everything.
person I ever saw out Denzel was Viola Davis in Fences. She took
Did
it.
she? I haven't seen Fences.
Yeah, man. Viola Davis, she had mucus coming out and tear. She out Denzel. That's the only
Did
person
she?
I've ever seen do it. But other than
Denzel,
that,
Denzel.
yeah, ain't nobody out
Pat
Denzel and
Bat may be
Denzel.
able to do it though.
I re-
Well, white people don't show that type of range,
that's what
right?
I'm saying.
They don't
Ain't
even show that
I'm
type of
not even
range on
talking
the
about
screen.
acting a bit.
They
I'm
don't
just
do
talking
ugly
about
crime really in a lot of
that's what I'm saying.
movies.
Like to take it to that level, right?
You know, he's the first person I ever see drop a single tear.
Single tier.
Single tear.
Imagine
He's
if they
known
had
for it.
memes back then. How many memes would have been made of the Denzel
Single tear.
Washington single tier?
Single tear. Nobody else has ever done it before. Never
Nobody.
been done
We're
before.
still
He
talking
dropped
about it.
one
It
tear.
was 30 years ago. We
It
still
was
talking
30
about
years
one
ago.
tier. One tier.
Who do you put in a movie against him? Can't put Eddie Murphy there. Chris Rock, Will Smith. You can't Jada Pinkett. Who do you put there
Oh
to
no,
act against him in a Black Panther movie?
Will would be interesting. Will would be interesting.
Nah, because Will's going to be T'Challa. There's no way Will Smith is ever T'Challa.
He's too old to be T'Challa.
hmm That's why his son, Denzel's son, may be T'Challa.
Yeah. Mark said Zell was cold in that movie. Yes, sir. The Denzel Washington single tear is legendary, sir.
Legendary, legendary. Hmm?
I just
Who do
remember
you
when we were in the safe
chat?
house.
Who would y'all put in Black Panther 3 to act against the star of the movie known as Denzel Washington?
Young actors have a hard time because I even remember when he was in Safe House with Ryan Reynolds, and he was sitting there when he was like, "Come on, son, you gotta hurry up, son. They're coming for me, but they'll kill you." Man, he was so dope in there.
I know it. I've never seen anybody out acting that
Yeah,
young. Rob
right.
Robert Pattinson may be able to
But
hang with him.
I
Maybe.
think the contrast between Patterson would be because Patterson's not overly
No, he's
aggressive.
young. He's not. He doesn't emote. He doesn't
Yeah,
emote like Denzel.
yeah. I
He
think
doesn't have
though
that energy that.
I think
Mhm.
the contrast though would be make for a really good scene.
It would make
Yeah,
for a
I
really
think
good
that would
movie.
yeah, a good movie. A good I would just no, I don't want to see a whole movie. I want to see one scene. Just like Pacino and De Niro in Heat.
Yeah,
Like the whole movie it just came down to one scene and that was it.
yeah.
And the scene was so dope.
Giancarlo, Giancarlo. He may give Denzel a
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, he would give Denzel a run. He'd give that because he's the
Yeah,
GOAT. He's
he is
he's
a
the
goat.
GOAT.
He is a goat. He proved it. I don't know. I'm on the level of Denzel.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. But that's a different thing too. He can't beat T'Challa.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman's too old.
Morgan
Uh,
Freeman, yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Like young actors, I don't know who can just
Yeah.
stand fuck up with
Yeah,
Denzel.
it
That's
has to be
hard.
somebody young where Denzel's the mentor of this young
Right.
actor.
And that's the role that Denzel plays. And that's the
hmm
thing. He outshines all of
I'm
them.
thinking of women actors. I'm trying to think of women and
Because
like
again, Safe House was set up
we're gonna
for
say Donald
women too.
Glover.
I don't know if he got the
I don't think he got. I don't think he got. I would say Lakeith, but Lakeith doesn't have the chops. Lakeith is kind of one note too. Larry Fishburne's too old.
yeah.
He's the
Like
the
yeah, like to play like a T'Challa or a successor to
yeah, like
T'Challa.
somebody young, Mark, somebody young.
Yeah.
Blair Underwood is evil Denzel. Yeah, Blair Underwood is evil Denzel. Blair Underwood is evil like somebody young. Because Morris Chestnut doesn't act as good. There's so many. It's
And
so
Morris
many.
Chestnut's old as we are. He older
Old
than
is
we
he?
are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's older than me. He's like
yeah,
50.
yeah.
Yeah, but Denzel's 70 though, dog.
Denzel's like 80.
Yeah, he's 70. He says he's playing Othello at 70.
Okay, I thought he was 80.
Nah, he goes, I'm about to play Othello at 70. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was an exaggeration.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm about to play 70. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Because Michael B. Jordan doesn't have those chops. He doesn't have them.
Yeah. And every black actor,
Anthony Mackie? No, no, no.
yeah,
Anthony
he
Mackie's
could, but
already, but
he's
he's
already
already
in.
in the Marvel
He's already
universe.
in the
Yeah.
Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is too, all of the young black,
Mahershala Ali.
yeah, but yeah, Mahershala could. All
Mm-hmm.
of the black actors revere him. They all
Yeah.
revere him. They all like
Yeah.
all grew up watching him. Mahershala could, but Mahershala
Mahershala.
really not that young.
He's not that young either. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. Like everybody I think of is pretty old now.
What about Adis Aldris?
Aldris,
Adis Aldris?
that's the same as Denzel's son at that point.
Yeah.
He's
No,
good.
yeah. They're peers.
They're peers, yeah. They're like in the same. I mean, it's talent wise too, like talent
I think
straight.
he's got more presence than John David. John David, and I'm with DeFunk on this one. The charisma thing, I don't know,
I think
man.
John David hasn't played that role where he's very charismatic, and he went against Pat Bat his second time
That was
up.
supposed to have been the role that he was
That's
supposed to,
his second time at bat. He was that role was too big for him.
but that's the problem. I think that's the problem.
But that was a couple of years ago. I'm pretty sure he's watched that film, that movie over and over again. And his friends like, "Yo, he acted holding your ass. Your daddy's Denzel. Your daddy's Denzel. You made this. You supposed to be the son of the king. You made this."
It's the dude from Gangs of London,
The dudes from Gangs from London. That may
or
be it.
or what? Or the dude who played in a Cell, Super Cell.
Mm-mm. He ain't there, Randy. He's worse than Denzel's son. He's just a bunch of he's against a bunch of other amateur British actors. Mm-mm.
I don't know.
Supercell had a good story. I'm not gonna say the acting was spectacular.
Because I've seen him switch up. He played in Power too. He played a completely different dude.
Power doesn't have any good actors in it, Randy.
BMF. Where's
Power
BMF?
doesn't have any good actors
But
in
he
it.
came off as a dude from like Detroit in the 80s. And I was like, oh,
So,
I
but
can
Power didn't got no good actors in it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at Rodney. Rodney come through. Look what he did here. Hey, look what he did to us. Aaron Pierce. He just threw him up there. Like, how about
Well,
Aaron Pierce? He
he's
may
Green Arrow.
actually, he may actually be
He,
somebody.
he's a Green Lantern now, though, right?
He's Green Lantern now. Yeah, he's in
John
DC.
Stewart. John
John
Stewart.
Stewart. Yep. He's John Stewart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he probably
could.
would do it.
He
Yeah.
could. He could.
Aaron Pierce. Aaron Pierce is a good actor.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yep.
So
I don't know. I don't know.
it's hard.
We need to work on our cultivating of good actors in America. Jesus, we're running out of them. They're getting old.
I don't know,
Like
man.
Al Pacino's 92 years old, still acting hoes in the
Still
people.
out there
He
acting.
he
But
he got the shakes, dog. He got the
Al Pacino,
shakes.
Al Pacino got like a 5-year-old. I was like,
He
go ahead,
does. He does.
Al.
He does have a 5-year-old. He does have a 5-year-old.
Al out here doing it.
I don't know how he did that. He got the little mixed kid running around here. He got a little mixed 5-year-old running around here. I ain't mad at him. He gives me hope.
But a up and comer. So maybe the guy, yeah, I can see
Yeah.
him. But I like
Sope
Al
Deriza.
just too.
What Mark put Sope in there.
I'm not sure who is that.
He's the guy that plays Franklin.
Oh yeah, no, Franklin would be dope.
No, he's the guy in Gangs from London. Gangs from London.
Okay,
Later Gangs
okay,
from London.
but Franklin would be dope
He may
too.
be dope. He made the guy that
Yeah.
plays Franklin.
Desmond, what's his Idris Desmond?
Something like that. Yeah, he may be dope.
Yeah,
He may be
yeah.
able to pull it off.
Yeah, he could probably he could do it.
He may be able to pull it
Yeah,
off.
he could do it.
It's just that, that man has so much presence on screen.
Yeah, he does.
Denzel just
Denzel's intimidating, and
yeah.
the reason it is because that's how he is in real.
He has that stare. He does that.
Because that's how he is in real life.
He is. He's playing himself. He's playing
Let
himself.
him tell.
He just doesn't cuss as much.
Right. You didn't see him when he pulled up on the reporters, did you?
Yeah, I saw
He
him.
was on the red carpet and it was some reporters. They was kind of popping off at the mouth. And Denzel went over there and was like, you need to chill out. He was like, he literally said, we can handle it both ways, however you want to. We can do it. He said, we can be professional or we can do it that other way.
Okay. Yaya would actually control it. You're right. Yaya would definitely control the scene with
Yeah,
Denzel.
I think
He would be a dope Black Panther, actually.
yeah, I think him, Franklin. I think those two would be my front runners. To just be able to stand up to like the sheer presence of Denzel without shrieking, because it's hard. It's hard.
Yep,
It's hard.
it is very hard. Damson,
Yeah,
Damson, and Yaya would be good too. It'd be interesting. Or better yet, you just don't go with a black actor. Find a really good white actor that can act against Denzel and Black Panther. Make him like the elder statesman, trying to protect Wakanda from the distance,
never,
and then have somebody
never,
white trying to take it.
never,
What?
never. We're never doing that.
We just had they survived the Mexican takeover. They could survive the white takeover too.
Wait till they cast. Wait till they cast Denzel. I mean, wait till they cast T'Challa as being white in the multiverse.
Mhm. It's gonna be Bucky.
I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't happen.
It's gonna be Bucky.
Yeah.
Uh, Speaking of casting. casting stuff. Next Predator movie's main character is the alien hunter himself. According to Predator Badlands director Dan I can't say his name, like Trachtenberg. I think it's Trachtenberg. I think it's Trachtenberg. The upcoming installment in the sci-fi franchise is going to shake up things and make the alien hunter himself the protagonist.
Hmm. That'll be interesting because we've
So,
never had it from his perspective.
yeah, we never had the Predator being the Predator.
But no,
But I want,
Predator might be the good guy.
yeah, he is. He's the protagonist.
Well, protagonist and good guy are different, but he could be a good guy. I'm just saying.
Hmm.
We don't know much about Predator.
Yeah, we don't know much about the
We don't know
Predator.
his origins, his motivations.
We
Like,
know
you know,
there's a lot of them. There's a race
yeah,
of them, and
right.
they have fought xenomorphs, and they
Yeah.
have fought other creatures in the galaxy before.
So we don't know. They could
Alien
have,
versus Predator should have been a good movie, and then they had humans in it. And I don't know if that's not, when they put humans in it, it just ruins every fucking thing.
yeah. But I'm
Because
saying,
Alien versus Predator makes total sense.
right,
Xenomorphs versus a Predator,
right,
man, that makes total sense.
right, right. But you know, we don't know. That's dope. I like that idea.
It's like Aliens versus Predator. How can you fuck that up? Well,
How can you fuck it up?
they
Well,
fucked
they
it up.
fucked it up. They fucked it up twice, right?
They fucked
Twice.
it up.
Twice,
Hold my
right?
beer. They said, hold my beer. I'll fuck it up.
And they fucked it up. It's like, how'd y'all fuck that up?
Yeah.
Because it's a money grab.
It's literally like it could.
It writes itself.
Yeah, it's just so dope and how can you
Like
fuck that up? And they just fucked it up.
they could have easily just had the Predator crash on one of those planets that like Ridley's been on, or
Yep.
some one of these characters, and the xenomorphs have overran it, and now he's fighting a bunch of xenomorphs that got really smart fighting humans.
Yeah. Hey, man.
And maybe this is what this new one's gonna be. I think it should be that. You know.
It should be that. And
Yeah.
he has to fight off the
Yeah.
xenomorphs with all his weaponry, and it's still not enough because there's so many of
Or
them.
like there's another race where he becomes the hunted. He's
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
he's not the hunter.
Yeah, there's another race. There's a super superior race out there. There's some science out there that pop up. I'm
But
like, aha.
that's always been the case.
Yeah, it's always been the
They've
case. It's
never
always
been. They've
but they've
always.
never been the apex. They've never
Yeah,
been the
they've been
apex.
fighting for survival, and they just sharpened it to their survival skills, not necessarily their hunting skills, their survival skills to a higher level.
Yeah, and
And
we
we've
seem
never
like we're
seen
being
that.
hunted, but we're
Right,
not really being hunted.
right. Yeah,
We're like roaches.
yeah. You know,
You know, you're gonna hate me when I say this, but I still haven't seen Prey.
Oh,
I heard
you
it's
had to see
really
it.
good.
It's so good.
I
It's
heard
so
it's
good.
really, really good.
It's so
Yeah.
good. It's so
Yeah.
good.
So I really need to see that.
Yeah.
The Alien series is supposed to be coming out next year too.
Yep.
Their TV series. So
Yep. The TV series is supposed to be coming.
okay.
I'm excited about that too.
I am. I mean, just anything in those two worlds,
Yeah,
Predator, Alien
yeah.
worlds, like
Anything
I
with
said,
Geiger's art is amazing to me.
Yeah.
Like H.R.
I
Geiger's
still
art
haven't
is
seen
like, wow.
Romulus, but I heard really good things about Romulus.
I've heard
Uh,
mixed things about it. That's the reason I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it neither.
and it's straight like
All
a
my
straight
friends that
horror.
like cinema love it. All my friends that love alien stuff is like, it's okay.
Mm.
I'm like, like I think Kip would say he thinks it's okay, versus that's our cousin
He love.
Rodney.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
loves Alien
He
though.
would say it's okay, but like people like Trey would be like, I love Romulus. Romulus was awesome. It was everything I wanted.
And it's really, really good.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I gotta catch up. There's a lot of stuff I
Yeah.
gotta catch up on, but it's definitely one of. But yeah, man, you just dude, anything Predator, Alien.
Yeah, yeah. And
It's like it's that's the thing that I guess that gets people frustrated. It's like there's so many franchises that, man, it's already built in that you have an amazing concept,
yeah,
and then they turn around and fuck it up somehow. You know?
they put humans in it.
Yeah. So
Alien versus Predator came out twice, you guys. They went to bat the first time and missed. Went to bat again and missed again.
Yeah.
And it's like that writes itself, you know? And one thing we know is the xenomorphs are based on human DNA. They're just super evolved.
Yeah.
It could have been dope. Could have been dope.
Mark said I saw Romulus 3 times. I also missed it 3 times.
Wow. See what I'm saying, Rodney? Wow. I,
So,
it's
I mean, like
interesting.
he fell asleep. Mark,
Fell
is that
asleep
right?
probably. He probably fell asleep in it
Yeah.
three times. I hear it's not that type of movie. I hear it's a
That is
movie
a
that keeps
horror
you there.
movie.
Yeah.
So
It's a they say it's a
very
horror
close.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
more close to Alien than Aliens, from what I
Alien.
heard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I hear too. It's closer
So
to Alien. They're not aliens. But I heard that's what makes it
there's
good.
some
They're
really
like
good
they're
actors
like it's
too, like the main girl. She's from
hmm
she's in Civil War, and she's
mm,
also in Devs. She was in Devs.
hmm
And then the I think he plays the android, the African. No, he's British, black
Oh
British
shoot.
guy. The black British
Sorry,
guy
Rodney.
is from industry, and he's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. He's the director added melatonin to the film. I hear it's good though. I hear if alien purists love it. People that watch cinema aliens, just cinematic aliens, love it. People that are just fans of the whole entire universe are like, it's better than all the most recent films, but it's still not aliens. It's not Alien or Aliens. And it's like Alien and Aliens are two very different movies. One is a horror film and one is an action film. You know? It's just I think I'm excited. We should do a Romulus watch party in Discord. We should do that. We should actually do that in Discord. Watch it and have people critique it.
Have Mark come in there, and every time he starts falling asleep, we just like buzz him or
You
something.
know, somebody give us his phone number, we call him.
Uh,
You know, that's what we need to
Hook up
do.
like a tens unit to him, and
You
it
know it,
shocks him,
right? Shocks him every time
shocks
he,
him.
or we take a shot every time he nods his head.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it. Um, what time is it? How's that other
so,
fight going? Has the other fight started yet?
so three.
It is in the eighth round,
Okay.
and they're
For y'all that
beating the
didn't know,
shit out of each other.
if y'all didn't know, the main event is going on. One of the double-headed main events going on right now on Netflix boxing. One of their first live action events they've had. Definitely one of their first live action sports events they've had on the channel. Um, I remember working at Netflix. They were going to do live events. They said they weren't going to get into sports because it's expensive. But I guess Boston's a little cheaper than trying to do NBA or NFL because all we wanted was everybody wanted the Premier League, everybody wanted the NBA, and everybody wanted some NFL games on Netflix. And Netflix is like, we're not going to that. We're not getting in that racket.
And then you
That
got to
racket is
keep
tough.
renewing
You got to
that.
keep
The
renewing
problem,
that.
it
Yep.
goes up and up and
Yep.
up. So yeah.
And they didn't think people would be interested in boxing. I remember we had that discussion too. They thought about cricket as well, and they thought cricket would be a racket that get expensive really fast too. But
I mean, the amount of money that these guys have to pay, like the NBA contractors. I mean, TNT just lost it.
yeah,
WB
Right.
just
they've
lost
lost.
it because they Amazon and NBC threw a shit ton of money at the
Right.
NBA. They lost it. So,
Yeah,
from a business standpoint, I totally get it.
Yep,
Like to not get into that because it is a racket. But at
it
the
is a
same
racket.
time, if you want live stuff, there's nothing. That's the only reason why a lot of people still haven't cut cords is because of
Yeah,
live sports.
live
Yeah.
sports. Yep. Only
Well,
reason
I mean,
is
the
you
thing
can't
is, like
get
Amazon got
paid.
every service has some sort of live streamed sports offering now, except for
Yeah, now.
Netflix.
Yep.
yeah.
hmm
Like even Apple Plus showing like baseball and
Mhm.
MLS,
I mean, if
Major
anything,
League
Netflix
Soccer.
should be doing like Formula One. I mean, they're
I
F1,
said that
like
too,
their
Rodney.
F1 documentary or reality series
Yes.
is like killing it from what I hear.
Yeah, it's good. It's so good. Nobody knows why they're not doing F1. When I was there, that came up. So they brought up all the sports and they had us rank them, right? They sent us out to the employees. We were all there. What sports would you want to see live action? We're not going to do NBA. We're not going to do the NFL, blah, blah, blah. They had a meeting. They had a creative strat meeting. And we all sat in there and we all did the survey on our computers and submitted it and looked at it. And it was like, It was rough. It was really, really rough. They were like, no, that's expensive. No, that F1 is a racket too, because it's like FIFA, where FIFA's like, we charge whatever the fuck we want to charge you, and you're gonna pay it. And we're gonna make you renew the contract every year so we can always add more money to
Well,
it.
the other thing too, I think with like boxing, boxing
Hmm.
is notoriously corrupt,
Yes.
right? So like for them to order, and then there's so many different type belts, there's so many different things
Hmm.
for them to get involved with that. Like this is like this is a quote unquote influencer fight, so they can do it.
Hmm.
But like to really get into like a real like the real sanction stuff, all that
It's quite
corruption,
hard.
man.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
all the like just and then they're not gonna have and you just have so many you have so many fighters that just don't fight each other because
Yeah.
they just avoid each other,
They
you
avoid
know?
each other.
And
But they have so many confederate like the NBA, it's only the NBA, it's only the NFL. But like
Yeah.
boxing has the they have support league. Yeah,
WEIBJB
right.
and
The
yeah.
WJB, the
Yeah.
WBJ, the
Yeah. Yeah.
JBW.
Yeah. They
And
don't
they
all get along. They don't get
right, and they
along.
don't right. So you don't never know who's really the champion. The champion is the biggest draw. That's who the champion is. Who's
Yeah.
ever the biggest draw, that's what people are going to see.
That's why Jake Paul is the champion right now.
I
He's the
mean,
biggest draw in boxing
but
right
you know
now.
it's funny because not fun. I mean, it's just interesting. It's like some of these influencer fights, they get a lot of like viewers on
They
Twitch.
do. They
Like
do.
there's like a whole European one with like KSI and
Mm-hmm.
like Spanish streamers, and they get like
Mm-hmm.
the day of they got like 3 million people watching on Twitch. So I see
Yep.
why they're doing this for Netflix, right? Because they see that too. But
Mm-hmm.
like I even know like they did this like a soccer match, but it was all these streamers and YouTubers, and it was in England, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's run by I think it's like KSI runs it,
Yep.
and it's like you look at it and it's like dude, millions of people are watching it like
Yep.
live, millions.
Yep.
So I get why they're trying to do this, but at the same time, it's like
It's like
I guarantee this women's fight is going to be better than the Tyson Paul
It
I'm
fight.
is.
looking at them right now, and they are fighting.
They
Ass
are
off.
beating
yeah, they're
each
going
other
at it. Yeah, they're
up,
going at it.
man.
And
Like
with boxing, though, you don't have to have long term commitments. Like you don't
no,
have to show
no.
something every week or twice a week or
Yeah.
something like that. It's only for the big fights you would have to. Netflix messing up. We're having trouble playing Netflix. Please check your. Oh my lord. I'm getting the error now.
Yep. They went against UFC because UFC was hard, and they said that's a hard sport to manage. Wrestling was something they're interested in doing.
I
That's
thought
something
they were
that Netflix was.
doing wrestling.
They were supposed to, but I don't know what's going on with that
But
right
I
now.
wonder with the trouble with the Vince McMahon, did that have
That
any
pushed it out a little
impact?
bit.
Because they had
And
the documentary, and during it, they didn't stop filming it, but he wasn't a part of the latter parts of the
yeah,
documentary because of the
yeah,
trouble that came up.
yep. The PGA was an issue too, right? The PGA, so they said golf, but that's before Live became a thing. Now Live is taking over everything. Live has changed golfing.
Yeah, so and Netflix don't necessarily need live events, or do you all think that they need
They
live?
don't need it. I didn't think they needed it, but I wanted F1. I was down for cricket because I don't know a lot about cricket. Rugby, they said nobody's watching rugby, but cricket makes sense. It's the second most viewed sport in the
Yeah.
world. You know, the first most viewed sport is, of course, football, soccer.
Here's also another point too. I remember I don't think we covered it, but I remember reading like maybe about 2 weeks ago. Peacock lost like $500 million on the
The
Olympics.
Olympics.
Yeah, they did.
You know,
Yeah, they did.
and
Nobody cared for Snoop Dogg.
and you know how many like I watched it on Peacock. Like Peacock's coverage of the Olympics was amazing,
Superb.
and they
It
had
was great.
millions of people watching it, and they lost $500 million.
Yeah.
On
Mhm.
it.
When I was in
You know?
Netflix, they said there was no money in the Olympics. They were like, "There's no money in the Olympics." I was like, "How?" The whole entire world is watching.
Dude, there's so many people watching.
So many people watching.
And it
Like
was
the
like
whole
the
entire
first
world.
time, like it was really like I was like, oh yeah, I missed the men's basketball. Just go back and watch it, you know. Or this one's live. Oh yeah, it was good. I was watching women's rugby, and it was really entertaining. It was like hella entertaining. But yeah, it's
These ladies are fighting, y'all. They
yeah,
are
Yeah,
fighting.
they're
yeah.
crazy.
And you like nobody's gonna watch it.
I didn't say nobody's gonna watch. I said that's not the reason we turned in.
That is true. They made it in a main event, and it's
Yeah,
not really a main
it's
event.
not the main
What's the
event.
main event is Paul versus
Right,
Tyson.
right. And I'm not saying
But
that
they
this
are
fight
fighting.
isn't
They are
better,
fighting their
yeah, but
asses
they
off.
fight. Yeah,
I've learned I like welterweights and lightweight fights because people don't go for the knockouts. It's like literally people with skill have to time their punches and stuff. Where I watch like Deontay Wilder and stuff, I'm like, man, y'all are not even exciting anymore than heavyweights. It used to be you boy getting punched by Mike Tyson and try to get some blows off on him. It's not like that anymore.
that's
Nobody
because that's because
nobody
there
hits as
was
hard as
no.
him.
It's because there was no Mike Tyson.
That's true. That's true. You
There is
know,
no Mike Tyson now, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
those fights get the longer they go. The problem with heavyweights is the longer they go, the worse they get because they
Yeah.
see two big old dudes slugging it
They're
out, and
slugging it.
it starts to
Eh,
get sloppy, right?
yeah, and Mike is not a sloppy
Yeah.
fighter.
Well, but with Mike, he was going in there like the first Mike in his prime. It was like those first 3 rounds. It was like, yeah, man,
Yeah, you got to survive him.
yeah, and that's what people was paying
Like I
for with
tell
the knockout.
everybody, if Logan Paul can get through the first 3 rounds and get through the first six, he may have a chance to win it by 8. Mike has never had to go before eight,
He's gonna
six, eight
tire Mike.
rounds.
He's gonna tire Mike out.
Yeah,
He's gonna tire
yeah,
Mike
Plus,
out.
he's
but he's still
60 too. Yeah, he's 60, man.
yeah,
50,
he's yeah,
58, 58, man.
50.
Try to get put two years
Still
on the
2 years
man.
on him.
Come
Yeah,
on
Randy.
now.
Man, let me tell y'all, so they no difference between 58 and 60.
Man, they threw some blows in this women's
Yeah.
fight.
So look at they face. Damn.
I know it. They doing it.
Oof.
That was like what's his name? The fight before this was good,
Yeah, it was, but oof. Hey,
and they
combat sports are a brutal
ooh-wee.
thing, man.
They are. They are. So this is what
Oh,
boxing's supposed to look like. This
yeah,
is what boxing's supposed to look like. Not a bunch of guys throwing haymakers and uppercuts at each other, trying to get one off.
yeah.
You know,
And that's more like I said though, with Tyson, he was just in his prime. He was just knocking people out.
like 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 even Tank doesn't fight like this. They can't fight like this because they knock people out. These girls know they're not gonna knock anybody out. They're going out. They're gonna go all the rounds. Their job is to blind you and put you down where you don't want to fight me no more. I need to TKO it.
I'm gonna be quiet because I was gonna say something. Say it.
Yeah. This is nice though.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're talking about the fight. Let's get back onto the news.
I'll
Um,
have to end it in a minute because the fight's over.
yep. And we said we're going to come off after the women's fight to go watch the fight, you guys. Um, everybody's talking about it, streaming how this broke Netflix.
Yeah.
This is a great test for Netflix for live events too.
Yeah.
Because imagine Netflix gets the Olympics next time in the LA, you know. But yeah, so
But
what
how does that work?
sports have changed
Because
though,
I'm pretty
right?
sure they already have like the. I'm pretty sure NBC still owns the rights to the Olympics.
Yeah, I think they have it for a while.
They have
Yeah.
it for a while.
So
They may
yeah.
give it up. They may give it up. This cost us $500 million. Let's break the contract.
You know.
Let's break the contract. It'd be cheaper if they broke the contract and paid the $1 billion to the Olympic Committee than to keep the contract constantly losing $500 million for like five years. That loss is a lot smaller. Uh, so let me go to the next news article. What else is we got? Predator. See, the Predator and Alien is supposed to be like this woman's fight. Okay, I got some really good news for you, Randy. Are you ready for this one?
Sure, what's up?
Mythic Quest is getting a spin-off anthology series. Though season four is set to conclude on March 26th, Mythic Quest World will get a little bit bigger the same day with Side Quest, a new anthology series exploring the lives of the fans, the players, and Mythic Quest employees who have been impacted by the game in various ways.
That's interesting. I don't
So,
know
yeah,
how I feel about that.
I'm excited about that.
I just don't know if it's should we do that. Mythic Quest is so good.
It is, but it's dead. It's going to be dead. It dies March 26th. It's gone. It's done. It's
So
its own thing.
then let it end.
They did let it in. It's not called Mythic Quest anymore.
You know.
The next thing in that universe is called Side Quest. It's not the same thing. It's kind of like Marvel. Book of Marvel is 22 films. It's done. Nobody's saying, oh, they should stop making Marvel stuff. No, you keep making Marvel stuff till you get it right. Then majority of the world will tune back in. Nobody saw the first trilogy of Star Wars and said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not gonna watch Clone
Mythic
Wars.
Quest isn't the same thing though as
Side Quest is a different story. It's a whole different idea. It's just based in that universe. Everybody has a universe. Everything has a universe. You watch Game of Thrones,
yeah, but I didn't love House of Dragons either. You
you
know,
know. You watched Avatar: Last Airbender, and there's Korra.
you kind of illustrating my point.
No, some people like Korra more than they like the original Avatar. Some people do. Younger generation
I
kids
agree.
like
I
it
agree.
more.
But some people
We're
do.
different.
Some people
You
do
hold on
drugs.
to nostalgia
Some
too.
people do.
You
Some people
understand?
do.
You're nostalgic.
Some people do cocaine too. That don't make it good.
Oh man. Oh man. Some people do nostalgia. That's got you do the nostalgic
You know
guy.
what I'm saying? Some people do cocaine. They don't make it good just because they.
You the
You
nostalgia guy. I forgot. I forgot.
know what I'm
I
saying?
forgot. It's not a continuation. It's something different. It's in the same universe. Things
Okay.
can live in the same universe, Randy.
Yeah. Power does
And,
it all the time.
and ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hmm.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's things that live in the same universe that work all the time. You know? DC does it all the time.
They're designed to do it. That's what they're built on, is a whole universe.
But they do it though. That's what I'm saying. Because you make a movie about Batman, don't mean you don't make a movie about Superman.
That is true.
Mhm.
But Superman exists alone.
But side quests exist alone. It's
Okay.
about the fans and the employees that get laid off to start their own companies.
We'll see.
I'm excited about it because I can imagine employees having a bad time, employees cashing out, the employees we never. You don't have the main employees; they're just in the periphery and they pop up from time to time. They're not really into it. You know, it makes sense.
Mm, we'll see. I'll give it a shot, but I'm not necessarily thinking we had to have that.
No, we don't have to. You don't have to have anything.
Or we weren't clamoring
You
for it.
know, it's like the next Ted Lasso series is coming up. They're gonna base it on probably what's his name, Beard, and that may be good. You know,
I'm,
I'm
we'll
down
see.
for that.
We'll see. We'll
That's
see.
like saying, oh, Star Trek shouldn't make they shouldn't make the next generation. No, it's the same concept, the same idea. Deep Space Nine is amazing.
No, this first night's good.
Discovery is amazing. Those are different ships. They're not on Enterprise. Lower Decks is amazing. Clone Wars is amazing.
Still like so.
We if we had we just stuck with your mindset, we wouldn't have Clone Wars.
No,
We
Clone Wars is the story about the clone.
no, it's about the clones. It's a
About the
secondary
Clone Wars.
story.
No, it's
It
the clone. No, it
but
plays
but we
into
don't need that story though. We don't need that story.
it
They
is
could have
literally
left it about the Star Wars. Star Wars. Skywalker
It is
family.
about the Skywalker family,
It's not exactly. It's about the whole
but it's
universe.
in that universe of the Skywalker family.
That's
It's
right. It's periphery though. It's still
because
periphery.
the
It's just
the
a periphery story.
it's in the whole story. Like,
It's a periphery story though.
but the whole reason we get the Return of the Jedi and all of them, New Hope, is because of the after effect of the Clone Wars, and we see the Clone Wars lead up for
But
two movies.
we don't need that though. If imagine if it happened in the order chronological order. If Clone Wars happened in chronological order. Imagine
But
if this whole thing was built in chronological order. So we get New Hope.
mhm.
No, in fact, we don't even
New
get New
Hope.
Hope. We get Clone Wars.
No,
And
we would
then
get Clone first. We would get Phantom Menace.
yes,
We
we'll get the
get
prequels. We'll get the
Phantom
prequels.
Yeah, we get the prequels first, and then after no, we get the first two prequels. Then between the second and third prequel,
We get
we
Clone
get Clone
Wars.
Wars.
Yes. Imagine if that didn't happen.
You know, you know.
Imagine if that didn't happen.
No, it us having the Clone Wars added a lot of value to the overall
Yeah.
narrative of Star Wars.
But instead of getting it an after and in between, we get it all in chronological order. They just
You
make it
know,
in chronological order.
the thing I'm saying is like
What are you
I
saying?
wasn't necessarily sure with Mythic Quest. There were things before or after that we had to have.
Well, it's a continuation of that universe. That world is interesting.
You know,
It's fascinating.
I say,
As an employee of that world, I can see side quests coming. I can see people getting laid off, them shutting down Mythic Quest. Poppy go do her own thing. Uh, Ian go do his own thing, and some other kids come up with something new.
yeah.
I can see Dana come up with something new, try to start her own studio,
So
and bring a whole new cast of
just the
characters.
thing that just concerns me is just like sometimes we create universes and sequels and spin-offs just for because one IP was
Their
popular,
anthology, it's an anthology series, so it's like one
and
shot
so
episodes of everybody's story.
and so that's what, like, I don't want them to make this story for the sake of just making this story. Like, I want it to actually have real value. Spin-offs happen all the time that are bad.
Yes, yes. But the people that are probably behind this probably want to make it with real value, Randy. Nobody's saying, "Hey, I don't want to make this with some value in it."
People do it all the time. They do it all the time. Something is popular and they want to keep it going, so they make a spin-off of it.
But they want to put value in it. They're not saying, "Let me just make this and not put any value in it." People will say, "This is
Well,
hot. I got another idea that's hot like this idea. Let me push that out." It
they
doesn't
do it
get
all the
vetted the
time.
same way.
Do it all the time.
Well, but that's how art works, Randy. That's how art works.
They
That's
do
how
it all
art
the time.
work.
That's why you got
You
shows
know?
like Joey and Chachi Loves Joni, and like you get really bad show that nobody put any effort into the show. It was just a spinoff because something was
Hey,
very.
hey. We're not talking about Mr. Lear here. Mr. Lear put a lot of work in all his shows,
He
you
he
know?
he did, but I'm
Yeah,
not saying
and all
that,
his shows are spinning off from each other. They're all in the same universe.
and I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there are times that shows get spun off and
Yes, there are shows that get spun
don't
off.
put any value. They put it in there because one was really hot,
Yes, yes.
and that's what I'm saying. So I just
But Rob said, I really want to do this side quest thing. I think it's interesting.
okay. If Rob is behind it, or
Yeah,
not a money grab, then
and
yeah,
he's behind it.
yeah. I'm for that. I just don't want it made to for the sake of being made.
No, it's not a bunch of executives making a decision. It's Rob making a decision. I want to do these anthologies.
They just
See,
be
you're mixing in what a producer that has owns the rights or bought the rights to the show and not the artist is part of it. But some artists saying, I have these other stories I want to tell in this universe. So let's tell them. Let me tell them.
I'll reserve I'll reserve judgment when I see it.
Yeah, that's all we can do. It could come out and be shitty. It can be in a shitty anthology, but Animatrix was amazing.
You know.
It added to the Matrix universe,
Yeah, it did.
you know? So
Did.
I'm here for that. I'm here for people taking swings at things to add. I'd rather for you to take the swing and miss and not take the swing at all and then you knowing that you could have knocked it out the park.
I'm for people who take the swing that want to do the commitment to take the swing. They
We
go to
don't know. We
you know.
Rob is behind it. That's all I can tell you. That's not saying
So
Rob is not
so
infallible.
yeah.
Rob is
No, I'm not
behind
saying
it.
it's not. I'm not saying it's not. But what I'm saying is sometimes I know there are lots of things that are made that are just money grabs and they sound
Yes,
good.
yes. The Transformer
Yeah,
franchise, all seven
yeah,
movies,
right. You just
all
get
seven of those movies.
right, and you just
But
get
from the
people.
first one, it wasn't. They weren't trying to make it. You know,
You
even
don't,
Vin Diesel loves
or
his franchise.
let me put it like this: you get ideas, but you don't necessarily get the support behind those ideas,
Yes, that's something different.
and they just make them for the sake of making them.
That's usually a producer call. That's a producer that wants to keep something alive to milk it.
Yeah. So
That's usually a producer. But when the creator's like, hey, I got more stories in this universe, you let that producer tell their, you let that creator tell their stories, continue their stories until the story turns bad. You
so
know, I know people that love House of Dragons over Game of Thrones because how Game of Thrones shit the bed the last two seasons.
and again, people like cocaine too. That
They
does it
do, they do, they
good.
do, they do. House of Dragons is hard for me. It's so hard for me. I'm
Mhm.
like, why are they just sitting around talking to each other all the time?
And I actually thought I didn't think House of Dragons was terrible. And I was all for expanding that universe. You know,
Yeah, there's a lot of story to tell in that
it's a lot of
universe.
story to tell. And they have books and anthologies and source material. They have all kinds of things around that
Yeah.
universe.
I don't know if Rob has that around Mythic Quest.
And I hadn't heard anything, so and I don't know.
Mm,
That's why I was
don't
like,
know. Some people don't share all the stuff.
and so again, I have all the information, but just for my first thing, I was just like, oh,
Yeah. But I'm
well,
just saying you should let people try, creators try. Now if it's like it was like Michael Bay saying, no, I'm gonna milk this Transformer thing now. I'm making
and
all kinds of money off
I
of
guess
it.
the thing about it is
It's
how do
like Bad Boys, right? Like Bad Boy came out. He milked that for three movies. All we needed was the first movie.
and the thing is like I don't know all the inside cooking, I don't know all the
Yeah.
support, I don't know all those things. So I'm like,
Yeah.
when I first look at it just on paper, it's just like, oh, they're doing a spinoff of Mythic Quest. Why?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not
And itself,
it's
Mythic Quest is great alone. Like, what are
yeah.
we
They're
about?
gonna close off Mythic Quest and
You know,
he's gonna tell side stories within Mythic
and
Quest.
I hear that.
So people in between the four seasons go off and do their own things.
Yeah. Another thing that I'm saying is like I'm okay with things just ending, good things just ending, and
Mythic Quest technically ends.
I don't need spinoffs. I don't need to revisit that world. Like I'm good. I'm just good. It's what it was.
Let me correct myself about Transformers. Michael Bay wanted out from the beginning. Spielberg kept dragging him back in and firing his actresses. That is true. That is true. But Michael
Giving
Bay
his
still
boy
didn't turn down that paycheck. If Michael Bay really wanted out, he could have got out of it if he really
fuck
wanted
it. The
out.
fuck out here
If,
defending his boy. I
if
know.
he really, if somebody was really wanting out of something, they can get out of it. This ain't like a Diddy baby oil party where the baby oil paralyzes you. It's not.
Start very fast.
It's not like if
Oh,
Michael Bay wanted out. If Michael Bay said, Steven, I don't want to spend this 180 million, $200 million to make a film that's going to gross almost 800 million. I don't want to do that, Steven. He could
you
have
never
done
know.
that. He
Nah,
could have
you
done
never know. You never know. That might have
it.
been a setup for him to get what he wanted. You never know. People,
He's gonna get what Bad Boys for? Bad
huh?
Boys for?
Maybe I have no idea. You never know what deal has been offered to somebody for some reason.
He's already been that guy.
You never know.
He's
One thing
always
we
been
know
that guy.
is one thing we know in any industry, the people who you think have power don't necessarily
No, no,
have.
no, that's true. That is true. That is true. That is
It's like
true.
if you ever want to work
Maybe his
again,
Diddy tape will come out.
if you, there's a reason Will did Wild Wild West.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they
That's
offered
why
him
he
the studio deal. They offered
that's why
him
he
the
got overbooked.
they offered him the studio deal.
Yeah. He was able to get overbooked
He was
because
able
he
to get the
Wild-
production overbook
yeah,
off
because
of
he
it.
did Wild
And he
Wild West.
missed the Matrix.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
So
People are like, I bet he regrets that. I said, why? I
yeah,
get my own company to do
right.
whatever I want to do. I got to pursue the happiness out of this.
All of that. That's what I'm saying. So you
Yeah,
never
yeah,
know why somebody does a project.
yeah. That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's in life. That's just in life general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. That's true too. That's true too. But yeah, I was thinking about it like, oh man, this is gonna be so
It could
interesting.
be that they're just Apple doesn't want to get out of the Rob business,
Rob business, yeah.
And if Rob is
right?
behind it and has the support for it, I think
Hmm.
that's.
So
I just,
so
I,
there's plenty of cases where like
Yeah,
they're just like, you know what, we're gonna stay in this particular creator business and just
yeah,
like go with whatever they want because they want to be in business with that guy, right?
yeah,
So, David Simon with Wire, et cetera, right? Like, yeah, he keeps going back to HBO doing stuff. It's like they want to keep that around, so they
yeah.
keep that. So they like, yeah, you know what? Oh yeah, you want to do this anthology series? Okay,
And
but they
David
know
Simon
that
hasn't
like,
made anything as close to The Wire.
but then later on, I mean, Generation Killer
Yeah,
was really
yeah,
good.
yeah. It's good.
Um, I still haven't
and I
seen
was
We Own the
thinking
Night. I think I heard that
Puffy.
was
I'm
really
not Puffy. I was thinking of 50. Like whether you like it or not, the Power series is very successful.
See,
And stars.
you're looking at things as chronological order. The anthology goes in between the seasons.
I'm not
They
looking
create
at
this story between.
anything. I'm looking at it.
It's kind of like Clone Wars. I'm kind of interested in that.
I'm looking at it as in like I didn't necessarily know if Rob wanted to be involved with it,
Yeah,
and
nah,
so
it's his
they were
thing.
saying that they were just wanting to be in the Mythic Quest business because the success of
Mythic Quest,
other
yes.
other series. And I was just saying like I don't necessarily think
Then they
we
wouldn't change the name.
if
They would keep the name.
I don't think we necessarily need spin-offs of things if like the same if it's not going to get the same level of support and you have the same teams behind things. That's
Yeah,
what that's
it's
all
the
I'm saying.
raw business.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey guys, I got this other ideas. Why don't we tell the perspective of the games? Like everybody knows how we develop the games in Mythic Quest. Let's come from the perspective of fans that are playing the games as we're developing them.
So if we if
Then
we if
that's
we got the
interesting. Like
if
when
we
they
got the
introduced the shovel, right? Like when they
yeah.
introduced the shovel, like I want to see the episode of fans going nuts over the shovel because apparently the shovel was the big thing, right?
No. I'm just saying I just wanted to have the same level of support and like
Yeah,
creativity behind it as
I
there
hear
is.
that. I hear
And there's
that.
lots of shows that they do
Don't
spin off.
get it. They don't get that.
They don't get it.
That's usually everybody abandons because all the creatives leave the show and it's a producer trying to money grab.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. If the creators on the show, I'll give them a swing. If it's just the producer saying, you know what, I want to keep this alive, like Ghostbusters Afterlife, right? Or the all women's Ghostbusters. You totally did Ghostbusters wrong, but that's a bunch of producers doing money grabs
Yeah.
off the Ghostbuster
And that's
franchise.
what I don't
Or
want.
Karate Kid, for example, right? Like the
There's
Karate Kid movie, that there should have been the Kung Fu Kid with Jaden Smith. It was Karate Kid because it was a producer trying to do a money grab.
and there's numerous examples of that. That's what I was saying. There's
Yeah.
numerous examples. There's
But
a whole history
but
of those.
Cobra Kai are people that act are creatives that actually love the franchise.
So,
They didn't even name it the same.
I
So
just wanted
usually when I think of the name changes, they're like, okay, we want to keep it in the universe, but we want to separate it from that thing.
yeah, I just want it to be a good show.
Yeah.
And I
That's usually the
because
first red
it can't
flag.
it can't tarnish Mythic Quest because Mythic Quest is what it is, but I don't want uh, a derivative of Mythic Quest just for the sake of creating a derivative of Mythic.
Yes, yes, but that's why I think they call it side quest. Like this is not Mythic Quest. This is meant to stand on its own, and we're going to make it where it stands on its own.
And it can stand on its own, but with the right support and backing and the right
Most
story.
people don't make things stand on their own. They're like the first red flag. If you know something's a money grab, it has the same name of the thing that was very successful.
I mean, like, and I keep bringing it up, but like the Power series, it has all kind of spin-offs on it, and they're not the same. They don't have the same name. They have a prequel. They have one in the
But they
current
call
universe.
power with the colon, then there's subtext, right?
It's like it's Tommy. It's the full series. I mean, it's a derivative of it, yeah.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, yeah. But
like,
was it
and I'm going,
Yellowstone is different from was it 1886?
yeah. But it's still a
And
part of the Yellowstone
it's
family.
in the universe. It's in the
Yeah,
universe, but they're still
you know,
separate. They're still separate properties. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So usually if it's like Transformer 7, Attack of the Beast, you know that shit's gonna be bad. You know that shit's gonna be bad. There's only one franchise ever that has ever survived that type of thing.
I'm not even gonna mention. I'm not even gonna go
And
there.
they don't even do that. They change the name from time to time.
That's it. You know,
Mhm.
that's it. That's it.
So usually with something's named the same, I'm like, oh, this is a money grab. If they come out with let's say Short Circuit 3, right now. I'm like, oh, that's a money grab.
So, I just wanted to make sure that it's an actual good
Mm-hmm.
show. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with series ending. Like it just ends,
Mm-hmm.
just over with. Good series ends.
Nerdy entrepreneur, don't hate. We know what it is. We know what it is. We know the vibes. We know the
Nah,
vibes.
nah, nah,
Um, but seriously, I'm excited. I'm excited for it because I like the Mythic Quest world.
I love
I,
Mythic
I
Quest.
think it's silly
I don't
and
know much about the
goofy.
world. I just like I
It,
like
it,
the series.
it's oh man. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's kind of like watching what's the show that was on HBO? The one about them about this tech company in HBO, Silicon Valley,
Look
right?
how
It has a really good sense commentary and
way
silliness in Silicon Valley.
it's way better than Silicon Valley.
I think so too. It's better than Silicon Valley.
Way.
Silicon Valley was amazing at first. Betas
First
was
two,
amazing. Did you watch Betas?
I saw betas. The first two seasons of Silicon Valley were cool. Then after that, I felt like it
Yeah,
fell
it
off.
just fell apart. It fell
And
apart.
Mythic Quest is an all time great show.
It is an all-time great show.
Yeah. So
There's
man,
a
we want to get out of
Godzilla
here.
humidifier. Hold on, hold on. There's a Godzilla humidifier. I need a Godzilla humidifier. Everybody needs a Godzilla humidifier. Godzilla anything.
Yeah, that's dope. Godzilla.
Yep,
That's dope.
yep. So yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I hope Rob does a good job with it. Hope success and cocaine ain't got him down and make him make something bad because that happens too.
Yeah,
You start smelling yourself, be like, yo, whatever I do is amazing.
yeah, man.
You know,
Absolutely.
you go
Yeah.
from my beautiful dark twisted fantasy to Yeezus.
Oh Lord. You go from fast 3 to fast 4.
No, it's no such thing. There's
That's
no such thing as
whatever,
fast four.
or
What are you
whatever it's
talking
called.
about?
The fourth
You're a
one.
hater. You're a
The
hater, and that's the
fourth
world's
one.
greatest franchise. We're
Fourth
not
one,
gonna talk
whatever it's
bad
called.
about it because that creator throws love in it. He gets you
Uh-huh.
this. He recycles the same story
That's what
eight
happened.
times. 8 times he recycled the same story,
That's
and
what
throw different anime scenes in
Sup,
it
fans?
every
Welcome back to my
time.
channel. Welcome.
that's what happens. You start feeling yourself. I mean, to
Uh,
quote you, the person who's never gone out of business, cocaine has never gone out of business in
It,
Hollywood.
it has never gone out of business. It has never gone out of business.
Um, so
Cocaine has never gone out of business. It is always working. With that being said, we got 30 minutes to the next fight, you guys. Hope everybody tunes in to the fight of the century or fight of the decade, whatever you want to call it. The Tyson versus Paul fight. I refuse to put Paul's name before Tyson because the only reason people are showing up is because it is Tyson.
absolutely,
Logan Paul has no draw in this. No draw. Is everybody wants to see Mike Tyson. It,
absolutely.
it was so funny. They walked into the theaters. They walked into the venue. They showed Logan Paul come in. People were quiet. Mike Tyson walked in. The crowd erupted.
That's
I
Mike
even
Tyson
screamed, "Yeah, Mike!" And Rosie Perez said the best thing ever. That jacket is dope. It said my Iron Mike Tyson on the back of it.
because it's Mike Tyson. Y'all
It
just
is Mike
if you
Tyson.
Perfect
lived through a
edition.
Tyson fight at
The
his
perfect.
heyday, there was nothing bigger
Nothing
than a
bigger.
Mike Tyson
Nothing
fight.
bigger. Nothing
And this
bigger.
is before the internet, before social media, before all those things. And it just shut the whole world down.
Shut the whole world down. Every
You
time he
know,
come up.
every
Every time
time,
he come up.
you
And his
know.
post-fight commentary was amazing. Every time. You didn't know what you were
Yeah.
getting. You didn't know what you were getting.
And it'd be sometimes these fights last like 90 seconds.
90 seconds. Like literally, he come in, they do the chat, make sure you play fight fair, blah blah blah. 38 seconds later, the guy's laid out.
Exactly.
And you did not see the punch that hit the guy. All you saw is you saw the right jab, you saw the left jab, whoop, whoop. Unless you know the guy's on the ground.
Like Mike Tyson was just electric with everything that he did back in the day. He
Yes,
fought with mean, bad intentions.
yes, yes, Yes. Him getting in the fighting mode is crazy. His inner monologue,
Yeah.
I tell people it was wild.
And it was like, I remember they said, like during the when they checked the bandages and stuff like that, it's like one guy he went into the locker room.
And he was
It
punching the
was like
cinder
he was
blocks.
punching the
The
wall.
column, the column. Yeah,
Yeah, the
Denton.
columns and putting
Boom,
holes and
boom,
shit in it.
boom,
The
Denton,
dude
boom.
walked back into his locker room like, my guy gotta fight this dude. He was like, I know. He was like, his own man was like, it's over. My guy ain't built like this. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. They say
Yeah,
he
it
was
was.
putting the tape on to
Yeah,
soften the tape up. He was punching the wall and putting impressions into the wall. I was
yeah.
like, that guy was nuts.
And
And
a
he was
lot of
talking about he was thinking in his mind this guy's gonna try to kill him, try to SA him, and everything. If I let him win, he's gonna SA
yeah,
me
man.
and blah blah blah. And I'm like, what? Well, how do you get there
And you
mentally?
can
So
even
he
see
goes in the
it
ring
now. You can
and
even see it
he
now, like his interview with that little girl with
yeah.
Jazzy. He was in fight mode. A
He
lot of
was
people
in fight
said
mode.
about it. I was like, nah, that's him in
Nah,
fight
that's the
mode.
Mike Tyson I
Yeah,
want.
he's
If he
focused.
didn't show up to as that guy,
Right,
I was gonna be mad. He's a
right.
legacy. Legacy don't matter. We all gonna turn into dirt.
Yeah, he
It's what
ain't
we
thinking
do while
about
we're
that stuff. It's like,
alive.
yeah, yeah, that's fight mode gearing up. So I was like, yeah. Like, imagine that when he was 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I hope this old crotchety old man can last because he looked tired going into the ring today. Like he looked tired, but he may be in the whole thought process.
I think he
They're
just
gonna laugh at me. They're gonna laugh at me. Everybody's laughing at me. Everybody's laughing at me. If I lose to this guy, everybody's gonna laugh at me. And he may prove us wrong, and I may have to eat crow in front of Rakai. I'll bring him on Geek Beast, and me and Randy will eat crow if Mike Tyson knocks this guy out.
But the thing with Mike Tyson, it ain't no back out. It ain't no chill.
Ain't
It's
no
like
chill. You got 3 rounds.
it's just like you gotta
Logan
beat
Paul
me.
has to survive those first 3 rounds if he
So,
can. If he can survive those first 3 rounds.
so I'm interested to see how it's gonna play
Wait,
out.
I don't think he can
how
survive those
many
first
rounds
three
is it supposed to
rounds.
be?
8.
8. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Look, they changed the host out, you guys. They changed out the commentators out here. They got Cedric the Entertainer up here. Why they got Cedric
Yeah,
the
he
Entertainer
was
up
on there at
here?
the beginning.
Yeah. But I'm trying to tell you, boy.
He was there at the
He must
beginning.
be cheap.
Cool.
Netflix paid nothing for Cedric the Entertainer.
It's
Like,
the same commentators they had at the beginning when it first
yeah,
came.
as I said, that's why they must be cheap. Netflix is paying.
Well,
We paying Logan
that's
Paul
Andrew.
40
That's
million.
Ward, right? He's a former
Yeah,
champion.
yeah, he's a former champion. Yeah, don't mean he ain't cheap. Mike Tyson was the former champion too, Randy. We just got to talking about how he crushed it like 30 fights in a row. Went to jail, came out and had nothing.
But it's to Rodney's point earlier. Boxing's so damn corrupt.
It is correct.
It's
Hey,
just
hey,
hey,
no, it is
I
bad.
mean, boxing is literally ran by none but gangsters, right? It's
It
just so
is ran by
corrupt.
gangsters. Mm-hmm.
No unions, different federations. Like it's just yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this
Yep.
is Tyson, so but man,
Yeah.
Mike in his day.
He
So
looks
it
good. He
said,
looks good for a 58-year-old
he looks
man
great
too.
for a 58-year-old. They
I
said,
think I think I
let's
think I
get
think
that
I
little
think
girl
I
to
think I think
interview.
he's gonna give Mike Tyson a kidney punch, and it's gonna be hard for him. He's gonna piss everywhere, and he's gonna like because he's probably thinking to himself, he's going to embarrass me. He's gonna try to kill me. This young kid, white kid, is gonna try to kill me because that's how he thinks. He thinks everybody in the ring is trying to kill him. And I tell everybody, if y'all can go to YouTube, find the one where he has his inner monologue going on. And his inner monologue is so heavy. It is so dark.
But
Like
boxers
he
have to kind of have that because a lot of boxers talk about you go in there, you're going to fight somebody, you really don't even know them, you might even like them, but like you've got to get yourself in that
hmm
mode and say, I'm gonna go
hmm
out there
And
and try to
Mike
hurt them.
Tyson, but he says, how I know I won is when they smile or they break eye contact with
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
How I know I won.
and it always got to be his 1 second. Yeah, yeah.
He was talking all kinds of Michael's like, yeah, I was thinking the guy was gonna bend me over and fist me. I'm like, where do you go with that? You didn't get there. Wow, that is so dark.
Defunct said, man, for real, who sent that little girl to interview Mike? Was he a response?
Right before the fight, right before the fight. They cut it, right? They show the edit. So he probably talked for like 30, 40 minutes in between there. And nobody's gonna tell Mike, you need to shut up and not talk like that to this little
Right.
girl. Nobody's gonna
Right.
tell him that.
I gonna tell him that.
Nobody's gonna tell him that, especially right before the fight.
I thought he was gonna smack Funny Marco. Funny Marco was trying to be Funny Marco. Mike wasn't having none of it, man.
None of that. None of that. I see Mike Tyson on podcast, and he says, "Look, I came on here to correct you guys. You guys are wrong. Blah blah blah." And everybody in that podcast, shut up.
I like Mike on podcast, so he's
I
not in.
do too. I love him too.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
gets high on his weed. He gonna
yeah,
smoke his
right,
weed. He
right,
says he's been off weed, dog. He's been off
yeah,
weed for over 3 months, four
right.
months. I think, oh my God, Jake Paul may die in here, or he's gonna feel that first punch and feel like he's gonna
I'm
die.
gonna tell y'all one that's funny though on his podcast. We can probably get out of here. They had Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns.
Oh
Sugar Ray
wow,
Leonard and Tommy Hearns still don't like each other. These dudes like in their almost 70s, and they was gonna fight
70s.
on Mike's podcast because Sugar Ray Leonard was like, "I'll still kick your ass, Tommy." And Tommy got up, and Mike was like, "Nah, come on, guys, chill out, chill out."
Uh-huh.
All right,
And
man, we're gonna
one,
have to get out of here. It's
yeah,
walkout.
yeah. One thing is walkout time. So thank you all for tuning in. Y'all should tune into the fight. We're about to watch this fight, you guys. Um, everybody should watch this shit. This is gonna be amazing. Paul versus Tyson versus Paul. Paul versus Tyson don't mean anything. Everybody showed up for Mike Tyson, and we need to see Mike Tyson knock this guy out, or just hit him so hard that we see the fear of God fall into his body. All right, y'all have a good night. Shout out to Defunct. Shout out to Rodney. Shout out to Digital Click. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Nerdy Entrepreneur, Dark Namja, Mark. Thank y'all for tuning in as usual. We love you guys. Like and subscribe to us if you haven't. Let's go all watch this fight. All right then, peace.
Peace.